Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to have you here, or you might be watching on my virtual studio membership as well, so welcome if you're there. Today we're going to do a side body class, working into those wonderful side bodies and the obliques as well. So a really lovely, dynamic, creative class. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you're working with any injuries, just making sure that you're listening to your body and adapting when you need to. And let's just get started. So you might need some weights for the last exercise, but they're just optional if you want to add them in. Cool. So let's start off just by warming up the spine, connecting to our breath, coming onto your all fours. So just make your way onto your mat, make sure you've got a nice amount of space around you and you've got some nice padding under your knees. And we're just going to come to the all fours here. Just start to connect to the breath, pad through the hands, maybe wiggle the toes. And we'll start with a little cat and cow just to mobilize the spine. So soft elbows as you exhale, start to round from your tail all the way to your head, creating that lovely curve, stretching into the back. And then as you inhale, lengthening both ends of the spine away from each other, opening the chest and shoulders. Little bit of extension, lift your eyes. And we'll just continue there. So in your own time, breathing out to round into your cat. And breathing in as you lengthen long. So we want nice flowing breath, flowing movement. Checking in with the body. How is it feeling today? And then just finding a long neutral spine. And then we're going to do a little side cat. So you're going to swing your tail towards the right and look back towards the right hip on that side. And then swing your tail towards the left and look towards the left hip. So you're going the same way with the both ends of the spine, creating a C shape on each side. Just to warm up the sides here. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one to the left. And then from there, just taking a few connections to your center. So inhale, as you exhale, draw your navel gently towards your spine, like you're drawing a button inwards, and then release. And then again, little drawing in of the button, just connecting the ribs, and release. It's just a little bit of connection here to the pelvic floor. Nice and subtle. And then from here, let's just round our spine back to our heels and slowly round up to kneel in. Good. So coming into our first exercise, we're going to come to a high kneel-in position. So you can turn sideways on your mat if that's better, but you can stay facing forwards. Again, if you need extra padding under your knees, just make sure you're popping a towel or a cushion there. So bringing your feet together at the back, so heels together, feet together, really creating that nice closed chain connection. Finding that length in your lumbar spine, lengthening up through the side body, circling your arms all the way up and behind your head. From there, taking your right arm and reaching it out to the side, and we're going to reach over into a side bend here. So I'm trying to touch towards that end of my mat, and I'm coming up and then the other side. And I'm going to inhale as I reach to the other side, exhale as I come up. So just alternating this kneeling side reach, connecting to the breath. So you can take it as far to the side as you feel mobile enough to and centered enough to. You don't want to be going too far that you sort of tip over. So just maintaining a sense of connection to the midline. Good. Taking care not to stick the ribs forwards or arch the back. So lengthening that lumbar spine as you take the side reach. Gorgeous. Inhale. Exhale, lift into one more to each side. Softening the shoulders and the chest. Gorgeous, and then float both arms up and around. Come back onto your all fours into the second exercise here. So we're going to take our right leg, point the foot back behind, and then if you can, lift the foot off the floor. From here, right knee is going to come towards the left elbow. So it draws in. It's going to reach back, and then it's going to come towards the right elbow. So you can add a little bit of a side bend and a little twist as you bring the knee in. So we continue on this side. Good. So it goes inside elbow and then outside elbow. Lengthening that leg back every time, reaching through the whole leg. Good. One more in, one more out. And then place that foot down and draw the knee in. Good, other side, find that stability. Taking your left foot behind, maybe lifting the leg up, and then bringing it towards the right elbow. Doesn't have to touch the elbow, but it's going in that direction. Good. So continuing on this side. Try not to sort of rock forwards and back, but keep the shoulders over your wrists. So really good technique. One more in, one more out. Gorgeous. Place the foot down and slide the knee in. Now we're going to come onto our forearm, so coming down onto that left forearm and onto the left hip. From here, we're going to start with the knees bent. I'll give you the option to advance it. You might want some little padding under your elbow here if you're a bit sore through that joint. And we're going to come up. So we want this nice long line into a modified side plank as we come up. Let's reach that right hand to the sky and then little tiny side dips here. So really support through that left shoulder and side, hips stacked as you press for 8, 7. Now if you want to advance it, stepping your legs out straight. I'm going to stay with the modified version for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering with control. You might have felt that one through that shoulder as well, so taking care there. Going on to the other side, go for about 10 of those little dips on the other side. So forearm down, any padding you need. We lift up so we find that gorgeous side plank or modified side plank. So you can stretch both legs long if you want the more advanced option. And then we little presses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, really small, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, and lowering all the way down. Good, gently press yourself up. We will stretch everything out at the end, but I'm going to keep you moving for now. So we're going to come to our downward facing dog. So come back to those all fours, find a breath, find your center, and then you're going to hover your knees, and when you're ready, just press your hips up and find that lovely V shape or upside down V. And then you're going to take yourself, your right hand is going to reach back towards your left foot. Doesn't have to touch, but it reaches in that direction. And then place it back. And then left hand to right foot and back. So just a little alternate here. Good. Now, if you want to advance this one, as you bring the hand back, you can come forwards into a plank position. So you can come down into plank, or you can bring your knees down, come back up and reach across. Or it's just quite nice to stay here and take that tap towards the opposite ankle. One more on each side, and then you're going to walk your hands back to your feet. So take your time, Find that stability and then gently walk the hands in towards the feet, softening your knees, rounding your chin towards your legs, and then rolling up or just walking up your legs. Steady, bone by bone. Bringing your head up last. Good. Now we're going to get those weights as an option. So mine here, I'm going to use, these are quite heavy ones actually, 2 kilograms, but you can use, don't go too heavy, but just use something that you're used to using. And then standing with your feet hip distance apart and bringing your hands behind your head for a side bend here. So similar to what we did in kneeling, we're going to bring one arm down with the weight and allow that to take us into that side bend in standing and bring it back. So a little bit harder work if you're using the weights. So take your time, use your control and your breath. Inhale, up and over, leading with the crown of your head. Exhale up. So don't take it too far. Start small and then you can always increase it if you feel comfortable to. So let's stay over on one side and we're going to come up a little bit, down a little bit. So just up and down, up and down. Just 8, 6, 5, lengthen the tailbone, softening the knees. 4, 3, 2, 1 brings you all the way up and over to the other side. Reach into the side and we go for 8. Steady. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, lifting tall, pressing the head back into that weight. 2, and 1, bring it all the way up and then circle the arms all the way down. Nice, give your shoulders a little roll again. Oh, really lovely. And then just bring in your elbows in towards your waist here. Last exercise, and then we're going to have a really nice side body stretch. Good. From here, we're going to take ourselves up with our right knee and take your left arm out to the side. And then bring just the weight and the elbow stays in. And then change. And up. So you're really lengthening through those obliques. So a little coordination. Good. So you're going to feel the shoulders drawing down the back. Remember, you don't have to use weights. If it gets too much, you can always hold on for standing work to something. Let's do 4, 3, find your balance. 2, lifting nice and tall. Last one, and relax. Good, come to stand at the back of your mat. Gently roll down or just walk the weights down your legs and just rest them on the floor there. They can just stay there. And then just come down onto your knees. And you're going to take your right foot forwards. And then you're going to turn to face the left. So I've done, let me do, yeah, what am I doing? I'm going to take you take the left foot forwards. I'm going to take the right foot forwards so I can be mirroring you. So then turn towards the right and then open yourself up into this kneeling side position. So from here, we're going to lead ourselves into a little bit of a groin stretch, but also a side reach. So reach your arms out to the side and then just flow into it. One arm reaches across as the other arm reaches over, and then you reach back up. We'll just do about 3 on each side. Just enjoying that stretch, up and over, tracking your legs, and other side, changing. Remember, padding under your knees if you need it. Step that leg out just slightly forwards, arms reach out, press down through the feet, and we reach one arm across as the other arm goes over and up, over and up. We'll just last one. And then just soften those arms down. Come to a child's pose. So just bring your feet together, knees apart. Walk your hands gently forwards where feels good for you. And when you're ready, just walk over to one side with your hands and just push your hips the other way. And just breathe into the back, into the ribs, into the side body. And then walk the hands back through the center and over to the other side. And just press the hips the other direction and just breathe into the ribs, into the side body, melting the hips back. Calm face. You can stay in these. You could even do that one more time to each side if you want a little bit longer in that restorative pose. And then just bring yourself up to a seated position to finish your class. So you can stay kneeling here if that's okay, or you can come to a long frog or cross-legged position. Just rest your hands on your rib cage, wrapping your fingers in, lifting through the spine, and we'll just breathe into these ribs 3 times together to end. Breathing in, breathing out, lengthening your posture, breathing in, breathing out. Really fill up the hands nice and even on both sides. Last one here. And then just return your breath to normal. Let your arms just settle down on your lap. And you are all done for your Pilates session today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that class. And if you aren't yet a member with the LMP Studio, I'd love to see you there and for you to join us. So make sure you head on over. I'll leave the link in the description box below. And there's a little discount code there for anyone that comes from YouTube over to the virtual studio. So make sure you make the most of it. And there's so many, hundreds and hundreds more videos there and tutorials and lots of fun stuff, so we'd love to see you. But of course, we really enjoy practicing with you on YouTube as well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.